For Starks this season, during a game against Charlotte, he trash-talked Glenn Rice as the two headed down the tunnel to halftime. Rice lit him up for 40 in that one, 22 in the second half, and dropped a cool 34 on him in another meeting. Hornets have taken 3 out of 4 from the Knicks this season. A huge edge in three-point shooting. Charlotte led the league, set an NBA record behind the stripe this season, and did even better against the Knicks, nearly 51%. Keith Olbermann has a look at the 3-6 matchup in the East.
The Knicks face an angry nest in the Charlotte Hornets. 2 players in particular. Mason's fury alone was not enough in his first return to the Garden as LJ and the Knicks got the better of Charlotte in its most lopsided victory of the year. But missing in the first matchup was another player the Knicks would make boil.
You don't want no part. You don't want none of this. All right? You don't want none of this. You don't want none of this. Forget about the game. We forget about the game.
I don't know if I'd make Glenn Rice mad.
I don't think I would either.
That young fella may not do that again. He may not provoke me like that again.
The Knicks should hope not. In Rice's rage, he became the only player other than Jordan to top 30 twice against New York this season. And the Hornets are the only Eastern team to win the season series and only team in the NBA to beat the Knicks 3 times. Many think the Knicks dug their own hole by way of the LJ trade, although some don't want to discuss it.
I can't hear y'all because I got my headphones on, but I'm pretty sure y'all can hear me. Leave me the alone.
Now hear this. The Knicks have the edge in at least one area. Their starters have over 50 more games of playoff experience.
They say that they handled us pretty well during the regular season, so. But this is the playoffs. It's a different type of game. The intensity level is a little bit higher.
We've had success with the Knicks, you know that, but, you know, this is new.
April 24th. Remember, John Starks was a special player in the Knicks' 50th anniversary season, winning the 6th Man of the Year award. Anthony Mason had won one when in New York, but now he was an arch rival. Former Hornet Larry Johnson was most fired up of all, and a critical player in the series. A 3-point play for Larry Johnson, a little head rub for everybody. Knicks up 7. Then Patrick Ewing's touchdown to Starks clicked as he went over to Larry Johnson. Knicks by 11, and he's even more excited. Then more Childs, over to a lot more of Johnson. His 17 first-half points led to a most unusual pose. Knicks up 59-46. The Hornets didn't give up. Glenn Rice with 3 of a sort of quiet 23. Vlade Divac with a drive and a slam. And just like that, Jeff Van Gundy and the Knicks were tied at 75 after 3. The Knicks guards played well. Starks explosive in the 4th quarter. 19 points off the bench. And Allen Houston was a playoff performer. A 3. A 3. And another. 3 of them in the 4th quarter. He had 25. The Knicks won it 109-99.
Hopefully, we can just continue to play together as a team. I think that's really what kind of got me going. We had a lot of guys who were really moving the ball, and Chris and Charlie were really finding me. I'm going to have to take them out to dinner.
Game 2, and things began to get personal, especially after Dave Cowens called Larry Johnson's gyrations goofy. Early on, Johnson took it out on Divac. Later in the second, the Knicks on a break. Larry Johnson again, and he lets Dave Cowens know who's goofy.
That wasn't nothing. That wasn't nothing. You keep watching. So I'm going to have something for y'all.
The best is yet to come.
Best is yet to come. Goofy going to get goofier.
But this game had a different storyline because Glenn Rice was cooking. Off balance with a foul. From long range. Taking the ball to the basket. Pulling up for a jump shot. He did it all with 39 points. But the Knicks were up 5 with 3:20 to go. Chris Childs. Heroic. Knicks by 7 as Charlotte goes 8.5 minutes without a field goal in the 4th. 2 right free throws kept it close, though. Then Childs for another big shot, and he strikes the same pose. Knicks by 5. 20 seconds to go, and Patrick Ewing. An appropriate exclamation point to a 30-point game. He shot 15 of 21 as the Knicks go up 2 games, 2-0. Game 3 switched to the Hive, and were the Knicks ready for Muggsy Bogues, who drove and hit from the outside, getting the crowd involved. And he had big-time help from his teammates. Ball movement. A 20-12 Charlotte lead. The Hive held their composure and came back. Larry Johnson involved again. Allen Houston continuing to perform. And Charlie Ward with a seminal touchdown pass to John Starks. The Knicks actually led by 7, end of 1. Jump to the 3rd. You knew Anthony Mason would be heard from, even though he played on a toe that would require off-season surgery. 10 of his 14 came in the 3rd, but the Knicks still had the lead. Buck Williams saw John Starks king a 9-0 fourth quarter run. Knicks up 9, under 3 minutes to go. Patrick Ewing. Knicks by 6, 45 seconds left, and Larry Johnson ends the series and has a final word for Dave Cowens. The Knicks win it 104-95 and complete the sweep.